peoples. It is 57 degrees here in Vermont this morning on whatever day it is, 16th of September. Welcome. We are going to put our arms in the air. We're going to put our hands in the air. We're going to pump a little bit of power, but we're going to start slow. If you happen to have a block or a lightweight book, grab that. I know I did not put that in the description. Sorry. You're welcome also to use a weight. We're going to do a few things as we put our arms and hands in the air using either nothing, a block, or something substitution like, or a weight. I have a 3-pound weight, which feels actually a little heavier than 3 pounds to me. We're going to move ahead. My name is Karen, coming to you from Salt and Sand Studios. We're going to start in a nice, tall sitting position, maybe on something. I happen to be on a meditation cushion. Scooting your hips forward. If you have a half lotus or a full lotus, feel free to take that. If you prefer to sit on a chair with your feet flat on the floor, you could do that, or you could put your back against the wall and dance. All right, we're going to place the back of the right hand in the palm of the left and let the tips of the thumbs touch. Close the eyes or cast them downward and forward about 2 to 3 feet. And we're going to notice the breath without changing it, but as they say in science, just by being aware, it changes things. And take a nice big breath in through your nose. Open your mouth, sigh it away. And again. Third time's a charm. We'll move into a Tibetan 9-part breath. So we'll take the first 2 fingers, your peace fingers on your right hand, and place them just between and above the eyebrows. Rest your ring finger on your left nostril and your thumb on your right. Block your right nostril gently and breathe in through the left. Block both. Breathe out right. Block both. Breathe in left. Block both. Breathe out right. Block both. One more time. Inhale left. Block both. Release the right. Breathe out. Block both and pause. Open the right nostril again and breathe in deeply. Block both. Open left, breathe out. Both nostrils block, release right, inhale. Block both, breathe out left. One more round, block both. Release right, inhale. And block both, release left, exhale. Block both and pause. Release the hand, inhale through both nostrils. And breathe out through both nostrils. A little pause at the bottom. Inhale fully. Hold it, maybe sip in a little more air. Release your shoulders. Exhale through the nose. And a final time, breath in. Sip in a teeny bit more air. Breathe out through the nose. Release your jaw, a natural breath. And as the description shared, breath work, meditation, and our movements, we're going to draw the palms to the heart. Imagine the thumbs are reaching in toward the heart and the heart's reaching toward the thumbs. And if your shoulders are shrugged up to your ears, you're going to loosen them. Draw your shoulder blades together a little bit and draw your belly in and up. We're going to use a meditation rotation of consciousness today, rotating around the body and then through the senses. So we'll start with the right foot. And rather than adding some sort of qualifier, my right foot doesn't feel good, my right foot feels yucky, my right foot hurts, maybe simply experience without any sort of attitude or positive, negative, or judgment approach. So just the foot. Maybe you're in the foot. Maybe you're simply observing the foot. Maybe you're tracing the silhouette of the foot. Notice now the right ankle, the lower leg, right knee, not just the knee cap, but the whole knee inside the back of the knee. Experiencing the sensations of the right thigh, hip, low belly, right side of the rib cage. And that's all the way around, not just the front, the sides and the back as well. Right side of the chest, the shoulder blade, top of the shoulder, top of the right arm, elbow, the lower part of the arm. What do you feel now in the right wrist? Hand, front, and back. Maybe there are different sensations. And all your fingers and thumb. The left fingers and thumb. What do you feel in the left hand, front and back? Or palm and back? Left wrist. Forearm. Left elbow. Top part of the arm, and maybe you're experiencing something different in the biceps and the tricep. Left shoulder, the shoulder blade, left side of the chest, the rib cage, low belly, hip, left thigh, the knee, lower part of the leg, the left ankle, and the foot. I'll rotate through the senses now, noting, of course, that there was some probably sense of touch within the rotation of consciousness in the body, but now we'll experience touch differently. Consider all the parts of the body that are touching the ground or your cushion or the mat. Now the touch of the air on your exposed skin, its temperature, its level of moisture or dryness. Maybe the touch of the clothing on your body. What does that feel like? Sense of sound beyond my breath, maybe in the space that you are in, or maybe outside that room. Sense of smell. Perhaps today you've lit some incense, or maybe you can catch the scent of your skin or your shampoo. And because taste is so related to the olfactory experience, what do you taste? Maybe it's a little vestige of coffee or breakfast or mint. Sight, even if your eyes are closed. Could be insight or light or shapes in your mind's eye. And what do you feel at the crown of your head? The 1,000 petaled lotus energy that connects with space and consciousness. Bring to mind now an intention for this practice, or maybe what brought you to your mat, your motivation. We'll celebrate that. We'll surround ourselves with that using a chant of Om. It is not required to chant. You might imagine Om riding out just on your breath silently. We'll take a cleansing breath first. Deep, deep, deep inhale. Complete exhale. Inhale for Om. We will meet in child's pose, coming face down, knees nice and wide, big toes touch. Forehead is connected to something. Could be the backs of your hands, could be your mat, could be a prop, could be something comfy and warm like a blanket. And connect with the earth here. Finding softness, being conscious and aware of all the parts of the body and where they are and what they're doing, hopefully relaxing. Maybe some of them are stretching under the arms, the low back, the tops of the feet. Rock your head a little left and a little right. And let it settle. Tap your fingers on the floor. Draw onto your finger tops so the elbows and the wrists are lifted off the mat. Breathe in. As you exhale, crawl the hands over to the right. Drop your head back down. Feel the left sitting bone working toward your left heel. Nice long opening along the left side of the body. On your next inhale, crawl through to center. As you breathe out, walk your hands to the other side. And once again, the head drops. You feel the opening this time on the right side of the body. It's like your rib cage has become canoe shaped. Inhale back to center. We're going to stay here for a moment. Bring the palms together, the pinky fingers on the ground. Bend your elbows so the fingers come to the nape of your neck or between your shoulder blades. And we're going to open up the shoulders and the chest and the armpits a little bit more, the sides of the bodies, by walking the elbows forward one at a time. But don't lift your bottom away from your heels. So only go as far as you can without shifting your bottom upward or forward. Draw your hands to the ground, come into a tabletop shape. Your body might guide you to some movement here, so allow it to. Maybe that's hip circles, maybe it's a little sway or waggle, maybe it's cats and cows. Just give it a listen, give it a feel, and follow what it suggests. You want your fingers nice and wide. It's as if the tops of the fingers and the heel of the hand are anchors. And we're going to power up a little bit here. You're going to make a fist of your right hand, or if you have a block, you can hold on to that, or if you have a weight, which I'm going to use. So we're going to go ahead. I'll demonstrate with a fist first. We're going to draw the elbow in and up, right elbow, so that the fist comes toward the rib cage. And then we're going to draw it back down. I'm going to add a weight to mine. We're going to draw up and back down. 3 more. Hand in a fist or using a prop. And 1 more. If you have a prop, you're going to move it to the other side and take your tabletop. We're going to move into some cats and cows. Come into your neutral spine and tap the tops of your feet onto the floor. It doesn't have to be in any particular rhythm, which is good because my feet are not working in a specific cadence here. And you're going to cross your ankles and send your bottom toward your heels, finding a nice stretch in your back, kind of round the spine, drop your head. Come forward to tabletop, cross your ankles the other way, and send your sits bones toward your heels again, rounding your spine, pressing away with the heels of the hands. Draw forward, tabletop. And again, using your fist right under your shoulder or a prop, you're going to draw your left elbow up, 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 and squeeze it into your rib cage until your fist is by your rib cage. Drop it down slowly. And 2, 3 more. We're going to work on our wrists and the backs of the hands. So we're going to sit on our heels, draw the backs of the hands to the earth, and point the fingers toward your knees. You might kneel up a little bit more now, and then take a little rocking forward and backward. We're trying to open up the outside of the wrist, the back of the hand. You might feel it in your thumb. We're not going too far forward. And place the palms on the mat. Point the fingers either out left and right or toward your knees or somewhere in between. Reach the heels of the hands toward the earth. Spread your fingers wide, and again, we'll rock gently forward and backward. It might be too much to rock, so just be aware of what works for you on your inner arms and your inner wrists. Now you're going to say, Karen, we haven't put our hands in the air yet. We haven't put our arms in the air yet. We're going to come back to a tabletop. That is true and quite obvious, but we will get there. We're going to reach the right leg long behind us. Draw the knee to the nose. Inhale, extend. Maybe lift your left arm and draw knee to elbow instead of knee to nose for the next 2, but that's your choice. It is your practice, not mine. And we're going to drop the left hand. The stretch that I love probably the most in the world is sweeping that right leg above the left calf and then taking the top of the right foot and placing it on the ground outside your mat. You're then going to sneak the front of the right hip toward your left heel and come to your forearms. You should feel this in your outer left glute. I don't know exactly which glute that is. Maximus, medius. And you're going to tuck your right toes under, float the knee off the mat, and then press the heel backward a little bit more. This is such a yummy, 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 yummy stretch. Draw back up to a 3-legged tabletop. Bring your right knee toward your right elbow. Inhale, lengthen out, and the knee drops to the earth. We're going to take all that to the other side. Left leg stretches behind, knee to nose. We extend. If you'd like to add in the arm for greater balance challenge, the right arm reaches in front, knee and elbow together, or knee to nose. Once more. Right hand meets the ground. Left leg sweeps above the right calf. The left top of the left foot lands on the ground outside your mat. This time the front of your left hip toward your right heel, drawing to your forearms. We're almost to a part where we're going to put our hands in the air. Tuck your left toes under, lift your knee, press your heel away from you. Return to your tabletop with one leg lifted. That left knee draws toward your left elbow. We inhale and extend, and exhale, the knee comes to the mat. Cats and cows, hula hoop circles, something that continues to bring flexibility and lubrication into your spine here. Hands walk forward 2 inches, toes tuck,
Downward facing dog. Woo! Pedal in and out. Draw your heels toward the earth. Peel forward to your plank. Pause and lift back to downward dog. Rise back to your tiptoes, bend your knees, take a walk to your hands for a forward fold, and finally, very soon, we will raise our arms to the air, to the sky. Hands to your shins, halfway lift, long spine. Open up the collar, draw the belly and shoulders toward your hips. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, float to standing. You're like a slinky unraveling. Put your arms in the air. Exhale, hands to your heart. Drop your hands by your sides. Float your arms wide and high. Put your hands in the air and dance, 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 dance. Punch the sky. And draw your hands to your heart. Maybe that was a little too goofy for you, but hey. Hands drop by your sides. Arms up in the air. We take a cactus shape with the arms. Fingers nice and wide like you mean it. Shoulder blades squeeze together. Draw your belly in. Maybe a little softness in your knees. Drop your hands behind you. Interlace your fingers or hook them. Draw your knuckles down toward the earth. Lift the chest. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Smile, smile, smile. Bend your knees a little bit. We're going to come into a forward fold with soft knees and the hands remain bound. If it works for you, the bound hands will release from the back. Hands release to the ground, halfway lift. Forward fold, a step back for your high plank. Knees drop. Come all the way down to the mat. Elbows squeeze in, nose, chin, chest. Lengthen out a little baby back bend, little cobra. Exhale to the floor. And meet in downward dog. Maybe through a table, maybe through a child. Breathing in once. And out. Twice. And out. Third time. And out. Make your way back to the front of your mat. A forward fold there. This time a ragdoll. Cup and elbow in each hand. Make sure your feet are parallel to the outer edges of your mat. I'm talking to the inside of my t-shirt. Noggin is loose. Elbows help you leverage gravity. It might feel good to sway. Hands down to the earth. Bring your feet wider than your hips. Left fingertips on the earth under your nose. If you have a prop, you're welcome to grab it, but you're going to make a fist of your right hand. And slowly, just like when we're in tabletop, you're going to lift the fist to your rib cage. And then if you like, you can bring your fist behind your back or your fist to the air. Bend into your left knee if that's too much on the right leg. Twist from the belly. And we draw that fist back to the earth. If you have a prop, move this prop over to the left. This time the right fingertips come to the earth. Your left fist on the ground. Slowly we lift the fist so it comes toward the left rib cage. Bend your right knee if you need to. And stay here or bring the fist behind your low back or punch it into the air. And again, fist to your rib cage and down to the earth. If you have a prop, move it out of the way. Take your halfway lift. and your forward fold. Heel toe the feet toward one another and move into chair pose, Utkatasana. Put your arms in the air. We're going to reach the arms out to the sides. We're going to take circles with the arms. Stay in your chair. Imagine that your thighs are spinning toward each other. Circles in the other direction. Drop the hands by your sides and make fists. Rise to standing. We're going to spread the feet a little bit wider. And with your fist, you're going to pop it into the air, maybe come to your tiptoes, maybe not. Right arm pops into the air, down by your side. And punch. And punch. 2 more. Other side, punch. 2, 3, 4, 1 more, 5. Beautiful. Come back into your chair pose, Utkatasana. If it feels better to have the arms in a cactus shape, take that. All right, hands at your heart. Now we'll move into a twist, left arm forward, right arm behind us. Trying to keep the hips square to the front of the room, so you might not go deep into your twist. Remaining in your chair with your gaze toward your right thumb. Reach, 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 activate your triceps. Come forward, arms in the air. Chair pose, twist the other way. Hands in front, arms in the air, rise to standing. Exhale for your forward fold. A halfway lift. A forward fold, a runner's lunge, left leg way behind you. Work your belly away from your thigh. Gently tap your left knee to the earth and then extend it once again. Tap your left knee and extend. And this time we're going to extend the front leg and fold over it. Heart forward. Tap your left knee. Extend that leg. Lengthen the front leg, fold over it. One more time, come forward. Tap your left knee. Lengthen the left leg. Extend your front leg, fold over it. Draw forward. Tap your left knee down and let it stay as you untuck your left foot. Left hand's down, right arm floats high, arm in the air. Twisting from the navel, not the shoulders or the hips. Pressing the big toe onto the right foot to the earth. Draw the right hand down. Rise up, standing on your back knee, as it were. Woo, I got a little wobbly there. Pressing the whole front foot into the earth as if you're dragging the mat backward. And pressing the shoelace side of the left foot to the earth. Sink a little deeper into your front knee. Draw your hands by your sides and find your heart opening. Arms in the air. Hands to your heart. Take the forearm of the right hand and rest it on your right thigh and draw your left fist, again make a fist, down to the earth. I'm going to use a weight again. We're going to do what we did in tabletop. We're going to draw that fist toward the rib cage, squeeze the shoulder blade, draw the thing back down, the fist. Draw the fist to the rib cage, squeeze the shoulder blade, and draw the fist back down. One more time, fist toward your rib cage, and down. If you're using a prop, set it aside and take your half split. And remember, the goal of the half split is really a long spine rather than rounding it to squeeze your knee, your nose to your knee. So imagine your heart is reaching forward of your mat. You might scoot your hands backward a little bit to give you a little bit more to work with. And we lift, lift, lift nice and long, reach the heart forward and fold to whatever extent works for you. The sole of the right foot returns to the mat. Bring both hands inside your foot. Tuck your back toes under, lift your knee off the mat, kind of a wide-legged runner's lunge, and we're going to crawl to the long edge of the mat. Toes in, heels out, lift halfway up and fold again. If you like, you might walk the hands over toward the left foot and then crawl them around to the right foot. Hands to the center. We're going to spin on the front heel, come forward again and find our lizard pose. Dropping the back knee, heel toe the right foot way to the right. Keep it parallel to the edge of the mat. Peel the foot open like a book. Maybe stay here. Or you could walk your hands forward until the forearms come to the mat. You could also use a cushion or a pillow or a prop. Lizard pose. Hands plant, foot plants, back toes tuck. We're going to move into a three-legged dog from here. Sweeping the right leg high. Open up your down dog. Bend your knee. Maybe find ankle circles. Open and close the toes. Lengthen that leg back out, knee to nose. Inhale, extend. Downward dog. Make your way back to the front of your mat. We got to take all those shenanigans on the other side. Hopefully I can remember what we did. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Reach your arms to the sky. Hands to your heart. Now we're going to bring the hands in front of the thighs. We're going to make fists. We're going to do that punching action one arm at a time again. So it's as if you're dragging the fists up the body and then punching into the air and draw back down. Other side, draw your left fist upward and punch into the air and draw it back down, sliding on your thigh. And right arm. And left arm. And right arm. Left arm. Arms reach high. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Runner's lunge, right foot to the back of the mat. Getting powered up here. Back knee taps. We extend that right leg again. Squeeze the glutes a lot. Squeeze the hammies. Back knee taps. This time after we lengthen that leg, we lengthen the left leg and fold over it. Peel the heart forward. Tap the back knee. Extend the leg. Lengthen the front leg. Fold. Peel forward, runner's lunge. Drop the back knee. Lengthen the leg. Fold over the front leg, extending that as well. Now we bend the front knee. Heart peels forward. We drop the back knee down. And we untuck the toes. Here, can't quite remember what we did. I think we take our twist, left arm high. I'm going to use my weight. Pressing the big toe mound of the left foot into the earth. And dropping that left hand down. We're going to come to kneeling on the back knee. Working on your balance, hands by your sides. I always look like I'm tipping
in this one. Tippy canoeing tighter 2. We're sinking into the front knee. We're pressing the heel of the front foot to the earth and the shoelace side of the back foot to the earth. We're going to lift our arms to the sky. Bring the hands to the heart. The back of the left forearm on your left thigh. And we bring our right fist to the earth. And once again, we're going to squeeze that right elbow in and draw the fist toward your right rib cage. Drop it down. Draw it back up. Drop it down 3 more times. Both hands to the inside of the left foot. Tuck your back toes under, lift your hips, crawl to the long side of your mat. We're on the opposite side this time. And this time your feet won't be super wide, but wider than your hips and shoulders. Bring your heels in and your toes out. Bend your knees, bring your hands to your hips, and come into your goddess pose. Temple pose. Knees over your middle toes. Bottom tucking downward and forward, belly in, shoulder blades squeezing together. Make fists of your hands, but the thumbs stay out. Our power pose, our raising our arm to the sky. 5-point star, rise up, punch your hands high. Woohoo! Come back into goddess. Draw that belly in. 5-pointed star, punch. Goddess. One more time, 5-pointed star, punch. Goddess. Hands to your hips, lengthen your legs. We're going to point the left toes to the front of the mat, spin onto the back ball of the back foot. Drop the back knee to find lizard pose on this side. And for those of you who don't love the warrior, this is kind of a nice practice for you today, huh? The warrior. There are several of them, Obs. Both hands under your shoulders. Left foot on the floor, back toes tucked under, 3-legged dog. Float that left leg high. Open up your down dog. Bend your knee. Let gravity help you out. Ankle circles. Open and close your toes. Square up your hips. Extend that leg again, knee to nose. Inhale, lengthen. Foot comes to the earth. Drop your knees. Child's pose. We're coming down to the mat for the last 10-ish minutes. Tabletop. Get everything squared up and aligned. We're going to move into Anahatasana, inchworm pose. Tops of the feet are firmly on the ground. Belly draws in, tailbone tucks. Keep your hips right over your knees. Kitty cat walk or puppy dog walk. The hands forward until the forehead, chin, or chest connect with the earth. If the body resists, that's okay. You might bend your elbows outward and stack your hands to put your head there. Or find a pillow or a cushion or a blanket or a rolled up hoodie or a prop, if you have one, a different prop. We're letting the heart sink downward to meet the earth. Maybe it won't meet, but the earth is welcoming it. Gravity is giving you a whole hug. Gently tuck your tailbone, come into a child's pose, maybe this time with your knees together. If your knees are together,
You might bring the top of your head to the mat rather than your forehead, and sweep your hands around behind you. Hands under your shoulders. Rise up. You're seated on your heels. We're going to take a little swing to the left and the right. You're welcome to bring your hands in your hair. Hands in your hair? Bring your hands in your hair if you want. Hands in the air. Arms in the air. Dance, dance, dance. And now we're going to find our way to a seat. You might need to move forward on your mat to make that happen. Left leg long, right knee hugged in, or you might cross the right ankle to the outside of the left thigh. We're going to take a twist over to the right. Wherever you are, check in with the big toe onto the right foot. Press it to the earth. Come front and center, Janu Shirshasana. Sole the right foot inside your left thigh or calf, not on your knee. You sit up nice and tall. The heart faces the left knee and then reaches past your feet as you walk the hands down either side of your leg. We're going to lift up, lean onto the right hip, and swing the left leg around behind us, coming into our pigeon. If you need a prop because your right glutes are off the mat, you can tuck something underneath you. Maybe take a little back bend here before you find your fold. I know for some of you this is one of your favorite postures. Relax the shoulders. 6 beautiful long breaths. If the mind starts to wander toward some thinking, just acknowledge that. I'm thinking. And let it float away. Hands are under your shoulders to lift you up. Props are removed if you have props. And we take all that to the other side. Sitting back down, right leg extends, ankle hooks to the outside of the right thigh or not for our twist. Front and center, Janu Shirshasana. Rise up, pigeon. I need a prop on both sides, even though one side is a little tighter than the other. The same prop does the job. A little back bend first. And then your fold. 6 beautiful breaths. A softening into the posture, just allowing it to be whatever it is. No forcing, no preventing. This time, as the hands come under the shoulders, we're actually going to work our way, because we did not do our half split on this side. So you're going to tuck your back toes under, lift your knee off the mat, and then work to scoot your left leg forward. Your right knee comes down, and you take your half split on the left side. Sole the left foot down. You might bring both hands inside the left foot to scoot your right leg forward and return to a seat. Knees bent, soles of the feet on the mat, palms on your kneecaps. Lift your heart. See if you can keep a straight back, put your arms out in front, and slowly come to the earth. A couple more poses before we move into Shavasana. Bring your left foot a little bit more to the center, left and right of the mat, and then cross your right knee over your left knee. Move your hips a little bit to the left and drop your knees to the right. This is our twist. You might find a different twist works for you. Arms flop out. Gaze moves to opposite the knees. Even if the eyes are closed, you move your face toward the left. And we lift the knees back toward the sky and take that the other way. Right foot down, left knee crosses, hips to the right. So you can draw your knees to the left. Knees point back to the sky. Straighten your spine as it would normally be. Knees hug into your chest, and you're welcome to take a happy baby, or legs up the wall, or knee circles, whatever works for you here. Allow it to happen. And find your way into your Shavasana. Being comfortable is important so that you can stay here for a couple of minutes in stillness, even though stillness is not exactly still because you're breathing. And nothing is permanent, so things are changing even as we're lying here. The air changes, our cells change. Hopefully our minds don't change. Hopefully our minds are quiet, but just like in pigeon, if a thought pops into your head, which it might do because you're human, just acknowledge it, thinking, and let it float away. Shavasana. Fill all the way up with your breath. Let it go. Gently find your way to one side and up to your seat. We will close as we began with an Om. Hands at the heart. Breathe in. Thumb knuckles connect right at the center of your forehead. Namaste. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for sharing your energy and your practice today. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, evening, whatever, depending on if you're watching this live or maybe on video in the evening. It was great to have you here. My name is Karen, Salt and Sand Studios in Warren, Vermont, and I hope to see you again soon. Take care. Bye.